Hey everyone, Tactics here, and in this video I'm going to be going over one of my own VODs of Necrotic Wake plus 20, giving you guys some commentary and critiquing my own play as a Guardian Druid to hopefully help both myself improve and maybe some of you guys as well. This will be on 1.25 times speed just for brevity, but if you want to check out the video for yourself, I will link it in the description below. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and let's start off by actually mentioning what I'm doing here before the key gets put in. So as you can see down here, my rage bar is actually full, and that's from this turnip punching bag here. So basically, anyone with a resource, not just Guardian Druids, but Warriors can do it. I believe Monks can get full Chi. I'm not sure if Rogues can get full combo points, but you can test that out. And like Elemental Shamans can get Maelstrom. Shadow Priests can get their bar full as well. So all those kind of resource classes, you can hit this bag beforehand and build them just so you hold them when you put the key in. Note that you do need to stop hitting it because you can't put the key in while in combat. And it's a little finicky. We also stop targeting it, and we find that that works. And then we just do a countdown because I'm also able to pre-pop Incarnation to get that through to the pull, as you'll see here. So I'll pop it early, we'll put the key in, and the buff does last. Now this works with a lot of things, but obviously you have to have a duration long enough for it to be worthwhile. 30-second duration works quite well, because even after this 10 seconds of waiting period, I have a ton of time on it still. And so we start off with this nice big pull. This pull is deceptively big because of these blight bags, just because they aren't actually, because they aren't actually elites, and they don't actually interact with any of the affixes besides Necrotic maybe. They don't bolster, they don't burst. As you can see here, they're not bursting at all, so not too scary there. Yeah, I should have popped some more iron first near the end of that Incarnation. That's how I got so low. I only had a couple stacks remaining. And moving into this pull, yeah, this is probably one of the scarier pulls in the dungeon, just because as you can see in the top left, there's no real cooldowns available. I do save my second Incarnation, which is technically my first Incarnation, for this specific pull, just because the 15 seconds of the Incarnation is enough for that first pull. Yeah, I do almost rage cap there, and I think I rage cap a little later, so just making sure I'm popping more Iron Furs and even Frenzied Regens here, yeah. Yeah, same deal again there. Right at the end of the Incarnation, I should be dumping a little bit more rage just to get some of those low-cost Iron Furs out. Overall, though, not doing too bad yet. Oh yeah, here, yeah, no Iron Furs up right now with full rage. That's definitely real bad. Definitely very bad. Something you don't want to do. Yeah, see, that pops my cheat death because I fell behind on my Iron Furs because I just didn't press the Iron Fur button. Yeah. We normally, I believe, we try and drag this Pride over to the Kyrian just to make that a little bit easier, but I think, yeah, we got caught in a bad spot here, so we're killing it up here with Hunter cooldowns. Yeah, because the good thing about Necrotic Wake is usually for a lot of these Prides, you can combine it with the, at least on higher key levels, combine it with the Kyrian bonus, and that lets you not be forced to use cooldowns on the Pride. But sometimes is a good idea too. Yes, we're going to be a little delayed with this Kyrian Golem because we weren't able to drag the Pride down here. So we're just going to pull these soldiers a little bit. I think this is fine, but yeah, ideally we pull that Pride down just so we don't waste time. Or we pull the pack previously before and we kite it downwards, just so the Pride spawns around the Golem. Yeah, because it's not too much time. It was like a 10 seconds there, maybe. Yeah. See, seeing the ads here, yeah. So yeah, we do this quite well. I think we bait all the heaving wretches. You see here, yeah, we have everyone just stacked behind Blightbone right next to the previous wretch. So we use our space pretty well here. It's also a fortified week, so the bosses aren't terribly scary. We're not using any weapons for this guy just because he's pretty easy. He's just beefy, right? So no real use wasting those weapons there. Right, we're getting a little caught in the corner here. Unfortunate, but yeah, I think it's just a Hunter caught in the corner. Yeah, he's fine. He'll live. Got turtle. And usually I'll pull the little 2-pack behind me in at this point. I don't know if I end up grabbing it. The worms are getting a little separated here, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah, okay, yeah, I do grab it. Alright. Yeah, because these guys, they're not, again, it's just 2 blight bags, so they are non-elites. They don't interact with the majority of affixes, so it's not a big deal. I would say, though, for that 3-pack that we pulled into the boss, I think we pulled it into the boss afterwards, but obviously you don't want to do that on, like, necrotic weeks, on, like, bolstering weeks, those kind of things, just because it can make this boss a little scary, obviously. Oh, yes, the worm gets feared into the gatekeeper, I remember, yeah. So instead of fighting this, because it's going to screw up all of our timings, and gatekeepers are very scary, we end up just running out, I believe, yeah. Slightly scuffed, yeah, so we run out. We wait for it to reset, and then we run back in. A little bit awkward with the fear, but it's okay. You really want to avoid those gatekeepers on fortified. I mean, we avoid them every week just because they're so scary, but this is a high fortified key. We don't want to kill those gatekeepers. We don't want to fight them at all. So, yeah, definitely something you want to avoid. So we just get back in here, and we skirt all the way around up to that pack on top of that balcony. This pack's fairly straightforward. It's only 2 kicks compared to like the pack before the boss, which was 3 kicks you kind of have to keep an eye on, so pretty standard stuff there. Yeah, nothing really to note. We're just moving forward a little bit. Alright, yeah. So I'm actually considering kind of moving these 2 on top of this pack. I think it's fine. Yeah, I think doing this as a 2-pack is kind of a waste. Then you pull these 2, and the only real target in there is the necromancer. You don't really need to kick the sorcerer too much. The bolts are nice to kick, but and similar with the necromancer, you probably prefer kicking the necromancer bolts. And so the only thing you're really worried about for your tank is the bone carver. Otherwise, like, this pack isn't very scary, so that bone flay just needs to be interrupted. So we use paralyze there, that helps. And then this will end up spawning the prideful, and then you have the Kyrian golem in the corner again. But yeah, I think pulling that pack together is actually the play, and just seeing that mage like we did there makes a lot more sense. Rage capped again. What am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, we get the timing down on this pride, I think. Yeah, we spawn the pride. We get the golem up for the pride. Makes it quite easy. Double snipe, but it's okay. Yeah, see with the Kyrian, this just melts. I also believe I troll here. I think I forget the anima orb. Yeah, this key was slightly scuffed, let's say. Still okay though. We do our standard little Mindsuit skip, make sure we pick up both the weapons here, and then we actually invis-pot, and I'll show you why. So we invis-pot to get a nice prideful for this second boss here. So we're invis-potting only past this double pack of marauders. Obviously if you have a rogue, you can just shroud this instead. Yeah, I think he didn't have his invis-pot up, so we just res him. Then we move forward here. And we'll add this 3-pack to it in a second. Yeah, I think I just deal with that bone flay and then we add the 3-pack. Oh, waiting. There we go. Yeah, and we just have to be really careful here because there's going to be a lot of tank damage coming up from both that cleave and then the bone carvers. So you want to make sure all these bone flays are getting stopped there. Yeah, just like that. We're able to get them stopped, because if I hit a bone carver in there, I'm dying. And again, I'm rage capping again. I need to be careful with the rage cap. Maybe I need a weak aura, just a big weak aura on my screen that yells at me when I rage cap. Yeah, because that pull gets a little spooky already, and if you add the bone carver's hits into that, it's just, you don't want that. Very bad. Yeah, so thanks to that skip in the invis pot, we're now able to time the prideful to be after this. We go around here and we just jump over the pillar and we deal with the necromancer. I'll show you that. This is all pretty standard, picking up all these weapons. And then we do the necromancer, CC both mages, and we have to wait for this mini boss to pat, but... And you'll see our hunter, he just runs right through to trigger the RP. And we're just focusing that necromancer bleed. Yeah, we do hammer him, because it's a fortified weak, we just want him down. And then this spawns the prideful, which you can take into the second boss now. And that's pretty much the only reason to skip anything, is to try and get this prideful timing. We do have to end up coming back after we kill this boss and kill the one pack right here. But the nice prideful, because otherwise this third prideful kind of tends to go to waste, like over in this area. It's a good candidate to skip, but skipping on bursting week is a little sketchy, so... Yeah, we just finish this guy off, and as you'll see, we'll bring this into the second boss. I'll actually show we melt this guy with pride and lust. And we use, I believe we only use 2 spears for this. So that's the only, 2 spears and 1 hammer we commit to this boss. It's already up because we did the RP, and so we can just start him. That spear on pull. Oh, maybe we don't bloodlust. Oh yeah, okay, we forget to bloodlust here. That's what happens. I think we end up just bloodlusting late. But as you can see, we're CCing that mage, that far mage. Anytime a mage is super far, you can CC them. Just makes life easier. You don't have to deal with them. Yeah, there's the bloodlust. Definitely didn't forget bloodlust. Yeah, we're able to get him down pretty quick. I don't even know if we get the second ads here. Maybe we do just barely get the second ads here. Yeah, just barely. So I think we just end up focusing boss and CCing the mages. Yep, and we just kill. And then we have to backtrack a little bit for this route. So it is slightly different than the route I mentioned, I believe, just to get the nice prideful. And it's just this one pack you need to backtrack for. So you don't have to go terribly far. And it's all stuff you dealt with before. The Bone Mender, Bone Carver, Marauder. You end up triggering my cheat death there. Yeah, probably should have staggered the cooldown a little bit better than I have the Barkskin a little late, yeah. And I have a healing pot as well, so I could have used. That's okay, and then I go on an adventure because I forgot the Anima Orb, grab the Anima Orb, and then die. Get back to here, and we go on up. Definitely no criminal forgetting weapons, but yeah, we're trolling a little bit this key. Running out of the dungeon, forgetting weapons really far away. You know, it's just starting though. So we're waiting for this pat to line up over here because we just want to double pull. With a spear and an orb is what we do. So we just hop in there. Yeah, we're good. The main thing is making sure those casters are on top of each other. And we're able to just melt this pack pretty good. Grab the spare parts, we move into that corner. Yeah, not much to say about that pack. I mean, it's a dangerous pack that becomes completely safe with the use of weapons, and it saves you a ton of time, as you can tell. Like, that pack just instantly died, which is a couple packs you would normally pull separately kind of deal, right? So, I really like that pull. I mean, I think there is maybe an argument to try and fit that other left side pull in there, but that's going to require a little bit more finesse. Actually, maybe the play is to actually CC that corpse collector in the corner and then pull the rest of the pack on top of it. Maybe that's actually the play. Yeah, okay, so I asked him to taunt. And this is like one of our first times doing this route, just to like block the next Tenderize, and he jumped accidentally into this pack because it's normally dead. So that's a little bit chaotic, yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, we end up dying here. Thing goes a little bit wild. That's okay, though. Yeah, we troll this necropolis a fair bit. I think we end up killing the Stitchwork. Yeah, just with dots, any turtles, yeah. So, troll number 1 in the necropolis. There's more, though. Because these two guys, I think either of these two now spawn the Pride, so I think we just end up doing this now because we're at 78.8. Yeah, this is pretty normal stuff. We'll spawn the Pride here. Yeah, we use the Fleshcrafter on the Pride. I think ideally, actually, I don't pull this because we have the Pride buff. We might as well pull the other one, which is a bigger pack. So yeah, and we have cooldowns as well. So I probably should have gone to the other pack on the other side of the room just because it's bigger, scarier, and it'll die way faster with this stuff. We do manage to still have 35 seconds of Pride, but yeah, dropping the 100 cooldowns there is... I should have just gone here so we can have the 100 cooldowns there and have no cooldowns on the other pack, but... yeah, just a minor thing there. Saves a little bit of time. Just doing this pack as normal. Not too much going on there. And then we've got mini boss guys. Yeah, so this route does have the same mini boss timing, so the third set will give you that Pride. Oh. Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah. So I think that was a miscommunication. I think we wanted him to turtle. But I could have soaked that as well. I was just in a bad spot. I need to be on one side or the other. Then I can soak one of them in case someone gets double picked. It's just a little bit unfortunate. We got the double pick. Otherwise, these guys aren't too bad. Oh yeah, so yeah. Yeah, he kept moving there. So I think the play, I need to be closer there so I can eat that instead of a little bit further out. Yeah, because I missed a couple there just because I was far away. A couple soaks. I also think we're probably wasting a little bit too much time with the runbacks. I probably should have battle resed as well in this area because we have 3 available. There's no reason not to battle res, and this pack has already been alive a very long time. Yeah, so I think the play is to battle res here if that happens. But otherwise, I just need to, as a tank, probably should stand a little bit closer to the assistants. Just so movement doesn't screw you too much, because people tend to panic with those axes if they're pointing at them and they don't have a spot to put them. I think this goes okay. I think we just have 1 death to the frontal cone. Yeah. Again, I think I probably should. We still have 3 battle res. I probably should battle res him just to save time here, because we end up wasting a fair amount of time just with individual deaths and running back. Yeah, don't think anything happened with Rot Spew. Just try and put him in a decent place. His dead body, because of course he has that that aura around his dead body. I think I put him in a bad spot here for his death. Yeah, shouldn't leave him here. It's probably a bad spot. On the outer ring is usually good. But I think we deal with this prideful alright. Yeah, we're good. And we just go on the boss with all cooldowns. I think we make sure not to hit this very hard again. So we're not hitting this too hard. We're just kind of building rage and stuff. Get the hook down. And we do have 1 orb left that we'll use here. So this orb gets popped. And I believe we get him shortly after the third hook. So you'll see this hook. We want to keep this creation alive. So we're trying our best not to kill the creation at all. Very low there. It got very low. So we did a little bit too much damage to it early. And then luckily we're not killing it here. That will go off. And then we can pretty much instantly kill this old creation. So we only have to deal with the one creation. So that's good. Yeah, I missed the taunt there. So that's never good. But other than that, yeah, I'm sitting at kind of 1 iron first stack there. Usually, for this guy anyway, the creation, you want to try and maintain rage so you have a decent amount. I held rage near the end though, of course, because always near the end of packs, if you can, you want to try and not just pool rage for the next pack. Especially Guardians who tend to be a little bit weaker on pulls. It's always nice to pool rage for the beginning of the next pack. And so I can basically immediately start with 2 iron first stacks and build up to the third fairly quickly. Reminder, Ice Shard is a physical attack, not a magical attack. So Iron Fur is useful in this fight. And pretty much I'm just staggering my defensives here. So every time he does one of those abilities, you know he's going to do several Icy Shards in a row. Either the Comet Storm or the Root. Immediately after he does a bunch. So you see I save the Iron, the cooldown for immediately after. And I'll use it there. I think right now I'm using Frenzied Regens because I know I'm going to have Incarn in 25 seconds. So I can use my Frenzied Regens. And immediately there, I'll use the Bark Skin. I know I have one more Frenzied Regen stack, which I can use before my Incarn comes up in 5 seconds. So the next set here, you'll see me use the Incarn and build my Rage. And with Incarn up, you don't really need a defensive, just because you're going to be able to build so many Iron Furs. I'm pooling a little bit here because, again, he's not hitting me. And then I immediately pop a bunch of Iron Furs to deal with the Icy Shards once he's done casting the other abilities. Yeah. We end up cutting this one a little bit close, though. I don't remember exactly how close we get, but yeah. So Incarn is down already, so now I'm back to staggering. Barkskin is there. Yeah, I used the Hakar trinket after that, and then I believe at some point I call for pain suppression. I don't remember if it's it's now. Yeah, so I get pain suppression for this set. Hey, we get very close there with the AoE combined with the shield damage. DPS wise, you always want to kind of make sure if you have cooldowns near a shield timing, you just hold the extra 5-10 seconds and nuke that shield down, especially on higher keys, because that shield is like the only thing really that's going to kill anyone on this fight, is that shield being up with other stuff. Yeah, we are able to get this down in time. Let's see how long we have. Yeah, staggering cooldowns there as well, so that's Survival Instincts. The next one will have Barkskin, and then the one after, if we get it, I'll have Survival Instincts again. So pretty much just cooldown management on this fight, using them to mitigate as many Icy Shards as possible, just because those are just spam big hits on your tank. So 10 seconds. 10 seconds remaining. Very close. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this VOD review of plus 20 Necrotic weight, guys. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe for more Warcraft content like it. I'm going to be putting out videos soon on my Prot Warrior pugging to Keystone Master, so keep an eye out for that. You can also check out my stream on Twitch, where I'll be streaming all that content, or you can follow me for updates on Twitter, both of them at Tactics. That's it for now, though. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.